treat for you today. Working with a hill climb. We got it set up here. Got our couple rigs here. Got the 3-cell Rexo, Wraith Exo conversion. We got our Project Wraith 2-cell, both LiPo, one brushed, one brushless. The Rexo is brushless Rock 412. The Wraith is a standard HPI Saturn 35 turn motor. Got a little board set up here, kind of a makeshift hill climb. I did some carpet or some towels on it to give it some traction. Did some initial testing just to make sure it was going to be right. The biggest problem I've found so far is traction. It's not the angle of the hill, it's the traction. So we're going to see what we can do to fix that. But we're going to get set up here and I'm going to show you guys some of the differences in hill climbs of what these trucks are capable of. And also we've got an underdrive gear that we're going to be putting in Project Wraith to see what it does as far as helping the angle that or the steepness that it'll climb at. So hopefully you should get some good results. So we're going to start off with Project Wraith here just to get an initial run. I've made some changes to the hill. The blue towel for some reason has better traction than the green towel underneath. So I put the blue towel on top of it. I would take the green towel off, but I think it adds a little bit of cushion that allows the tires to get a little more bite in there. So I really don't want traction to be the limiting factor. I want it to be the angle of the hill. Traction is really going to hurt us if traction becomes a problem, because the gearing is what I'm worried about. I'm worried about the car wanting to turn itself over and not slip. So let's plug this thing up and see what she does initially. Of course, you got to hook my lights up. I don't know if you guys saw that. My newest addition. I did it afterwards. Of course, I painted the body, but I also added, yeah, you saw my front light bar. If you see my rear one. So now we got lights all the way around this bad boy. Looks pretty good. So let's give it a shot here and see what she'll do. I think the angle of the hill right now, let's start it off at 45 degrees. I think that'll be a pretty good start. So we are at just a tad over 45 degrees, which that's fine. All right, let's see what it does. This is brushed 35 turn Saturn motor. It's all stock gearing. I'm not sure the pinion that's on here. I want to say it's like a 14 or 15 axial AE2 receiver. It's got RC 4-wheel drive, rock crusher 2.2. I think they're called rock crushers. Yeah, RC 4-wheel drive, rock crusher 2.2s. Let's see, anything else significant? Stiff shocks in the rear, soft shocks in the front. That's about it. So let's see what she does. Take it slow here. Oh yeah, no problem. Walks right up it. So we can see just over 45 degrees now. Let's see if we can go over the duct tape. And the duct tape, of course. Like I said, traction is becoming a problem. I don't want traction to be it. So let's see if we can stop. Yep, and go right back over. So okay, 45 degrees is no problem at all. And of course, with any kind of wheel speed, you can get right up it. So there you go. Let's make it a little steeper. Here we go. All right. 50 degrees. Take it slow again. And again, no problem. A little bit more slipping, but still not a problem at all. And keep in mind, this is brushed. It's basically just stock. I mean, I would call, even though it's not an axial motor, it's a 35 turn, so it's a little, I think the Wraith comes with a 20 turn, so it's obviously a lower turn, or a higher turn motor, which is lower wheel speed and more torque. So there you go. 50 degrees, let's keep going up. We're pushing 55 degrees. All right, 55 degrees. That's pretty steep. I don't know if you can I'll move the camera so you can see it from a different angle if it gets it, but 55 degrees is really steep. At this point I'm worried about the car flipping. Alright, so right there you can see traction is coming into play, but let's see if we can... There we go. No problem. A little bit of slip at first, just getting our wheels going. Once we got hooked, you can see it just a little bit more wheel speed and it rolled right up it. So 55 degrees, I wouldn't call that a problem. You can see it starting to wheelie here. Now that's where the overdrive, underdrive gears are going to come into handy. You can see the front wheels are lifting. So from this angle you can tell it's a lot steeper than it looks from over there. And I'll show you guys when I get going up on it. You can see because my gearing is the same in the front and rear differentials, when I give it a little bit of gas or even when I come to stop it, the front wheels tend to lift. And that's part of what the overdrive, underdrive gears are supposed to fix. So keep in mind this is without those on there. This is just stock gearing. A little bit of slip and then get up on it. There we go. So once we get past that initial hump, you can see it does fine, but watch. When I stop and just a little bit of, there you go, you see what happens. Let's put the hood back on. Alright. So you can see it does start to lift those front wheels just due to how steep the hill is. I wouldn't say that's the limit though. I think we might have another degree or two in there. Because I think once it gets past that initial bump right there, I think, just inches right up it. So the only thing we're going to have now is we're going to have traction or gravity where, right there, you see how it lifts? It wants to lift those front wheels up. And it's partially due to the fact that the front wheels are not weighted in this truck at all. Just simple foam, no weights front or rear. So this is completely stock configuration as far as weight goes. We're at 57 degrees. So it was 2 notches past 55. All right, 57 degrees. That's pretty steep. Let's see what it does. I think our biggest problem in the beginning is this little valley here that it falls in. So let's roll that towel up. See if we can give it a little something to bite on. All right. Ooh, yeah, a bit. All right, gotta take it a little slower. Let's see if we can't carry this. There we go. That's how you break something. Blue, and that's considered yeah, you can see traction is becoming an issue here. All right. Gotta play it a little. And this truck's taking it. All right. I think we can get it. Gotta play with the wheel speed. This is where a weighted front end is going to help. You can see my front wheels are really wanting to lift up a lot. And also, because they're spinning the same speed as the back wheels are kind of pushing the front wheels. So what happens is, when your pivot point is back here, the car's going to flip. Because this is spinning faster, it becomes the pivot point. So if these wheels are spinning faster, it's almost going to be like it's pulling itself up the hill. I don't know. I think if I carry enough wheel speed, I can get it. Let's see here. I don't think we need the hood. I think that's all she wrote. See, now this is a thing where I think if we had a little bit better traction, well, we get up there because it's holding its ground, it's just spinning. think traction might be a big problem here.